Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. I am here with an update on my books. So I haven't done this in a few weeks, but I actually just finished my Where Did the Crawdads Sing last night and is actually due at the library soon. So I figured I would hop on here and give an update, return to the library, continue on with my reading. But this is something that I've been just doing because I do want to start to share more things that I love besides just home fragrance. Obviously, as you can probably see kind of from my office here, I do love home fragrance, but I do also enjoy reading. So it's something else I kind of wanted to bring to my channel. So I thought I would kind of pop on here on any Wednesday where I have things to talk about what I have been like reading, what I finished, what I'm currently working on, what's up next, like my TBR, things like that. So like I said, I just finished Where the Crawdads Sing. I'm going to read the little blurb for you. So it says, how long can you protect your heart? For years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove, a quiet town on the North Carolina coast. So in late 1969, when handsome Chase Andrews is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, the so-called Marsh Girl. But Kaya is not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home, finding friends in the gulls and lessons in the sand. Then the time comes when she yearns to be touched and loved. When two young men from town become intrigued in her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. Perfect for fans of Barbara Kingsolver and Karen Russell, Where the Crawdads Sing is at once an exquisite ode to the natural world, a heartbreaking coming-of-age story, and a surprising tale of a possible murder. Owens remind us that we are forever shaped by the children we once were, and that we are all subject to beautiful and violent secrets that nature keeps. So this book was recommended to me by a friend because there's a movie coming out on it, or like, you know, the movie's based on the book. I'm pretty sure sometime in July. So she encouraged me to read the book so we could go watch the movie. So I'm happy to say that I'm finished with the book. I'm really curious what the movie's going to be like. This is not up my typical alley for books. I think I mentioned that last time when I had just started it, because my typical, what I like to read is like rom-com, mostly romance. Comedy thrown in is not a bad thing, but I mostly enjoy like romantic dramas or whatever, people falling in love, those types of books. So this was a little bit different because while there is, it's not romance, there is things where like the Marsh Girl is involved in somewhat romantic situations, I guess, like falling in love type of situations. It's obviously not what the whole book's about. It's more like coming of age, her like as she grows up, but it's kind of like half mystery because there's a murder. It kind of starts out like you learn about her as the girl, and then you flip forward in time and there's a murder. And so it's kind of just like going between the two, like, are they connected? What is this about? Things like that. So it's definitely interesting. It took me a little bit to get into it, but then I read probably like 150 pages yesterday to finish it. Like I was hooked. And then like all the way until the last page, I was like, oh my God, like I knew it, but also, oh my God, like didn't see that coming. So it was really, really good. It does, like I say, flip back and forth, like 1950 to 1969, 1950, 1969. I don't love books like that because sometimes they're hard to follow for me. This one I feel like it did okay, but sometimes books like that I'm just like, okay, where are we at now? Like what year are we in? Like I don't love them versus just like front to back reads. But this one I definitely would recommend it, especially if you are interested in the book coming out or in the movie coming out. Yeah, if you like murder, mystery, and coming of age, I feel like you would enjoy this. But there were parts of it that were like very sad. There were parts where I was not like crying, but I was like obviously emotionally moved. So FYI, if you don't like emotional things, this one was like a little bit sensitive, and it kind of deals a little bit with like I was gonna say like home violence, like parents like the dad being abusive, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if that is also like triggering for you, maybe skip that one. It touches on that a little bit. So FYI. Since I am done with this one, I'm going to attempt to go back to The Chemist. I only read this to page 54. This is all the further I am in here. However, now that I'm done with the one book and I'm going to return it to the library, this my boss let me borrow. He encouraged me to read it, so I feel like I need to. This is about like a gal who used to work for like the government, and she's basically on the run. They're like trying to kill her. So I'm not very far into it, but it's also not very much like up my alley because, like I said, I like romance. But considering the next book I'm hoping to read is Verity by Colleen Hoover, I'm pretty sure. That one is very, very popular. I'm in line at the library. I'm number 14 in the request list. So I don't want to check out another book from the library and that one comes available to me and I like get them overlapped. So I'm just going to work on The Chemist here. And if I get through it before the Verity is available, great. I will just take some time off. Otherwise, I'm kind of just using this as like a filler book to get me in between my library books. But this one's like fairly thick. I love a thick book until I like get to like, they're actually in my hand. It's 515 pages. So that's quite a lot considering I'm only on page 55, 54, whatever. So generally I try to give books like at least 100 pages before I write them off. But I feel like because my boss let me borrow this one and encouraged me to read it, I feel like I can't just be like, oh, I really wasn't into this. I feel like if I give it back to him, he's gonna be like, so what did you think? Give me your review. Like, you know, I think he's gonna question me on it. So I'm giving it a chance. I'm stepping outside of my romance comfort zone and I'm gonna try to read The Chemist. But I'm really excited for Verity once I get that from the library. So that's what I have for this week's what I've been reading update. I do like to keep these short. I just want to kind of give you guys an update so we can talk about books. As always, leave your recommendations down below, especially if it's romance. But yeah, that's what I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.